define them, give us individuality and identity. I know some people who are great at drawing, or fantastic violinists, or an awesome black belt. These skills can really give you a leg up in your future. So while I've been looking for what can define me, I thought, well, I play viola, I can read music, and I have some imagination. I can try to write some music, something that I can play. So it took me a while to actually decide that this is what I wanted to do, but after I did, I thought it must be something like writing a story. That is wrong.
Wrong. Music's that wrong. Like
It has the basic fundamentals of a story, like you need an intro, something that catches a listener's ear, like a story would catch a reader's eye. You need a middle, mainly because everything needs a middle. Sentences, other things. And an ending that will complete the emotion, the tension, and the idea of whatever you're making. So, in a story, you don't really have to worry as much about picking the right chords and making all of the music sound complete and together. And you don't have to worry about choosing the right dynamics, you know, the volume that can express a part, like enunciating the right word in a sentence. So, in music, it is important whether the notes want to be dissonant, which would mean to make it sound kind of melancholy and kind of off, or if they want to be consonant, which means they all kind of fit together and they sound uplifting and happy. What? Yes, a major and minor. Except for the fact that some minor chords can be Okay. It took me around a year and a half to finally know enough to start a 4-part chamber piece. It's pretty hard. I started it with a piano so I could hear it while I'm working on it. And you didn't really have to change it over from piano to violin since they're both in the same clef. So whatever you can play on the piano, you can play on the violin. It's pretty easy. I did have to add a lower hand to the piano, which would be a second violin part. So I had to change it from bass clef, which is the lower one, to another treble clef. And then as soon as I had gotten it on piano, and before I was just writing it on paper, which is a pain in the butt. Because you gotta make sure you have all of your supplies every single time. Forgot that a couple times. Made it a lot harder. So, as soon as I had gotten it all on paper, I got a software that could help me make music and make scores. And as soon as I had gotten that, it was a lot easier because you don't have to, take it down, write on it, put it back up, and play it. You could just put it in and have it play automatically, which is pretty good if you have a deadline. So after I had gotten the software, it was easy to put in a cello part, because I just matched up the right notes that sounded perfect. And then as soon as that was finished, I put in the viola part, which was just basically adding in right notes and filling in the little holes. You don't want a wall with a bunch of holes in it. So as soon as I had finished that, I was almost done. And then my software started going berserk. And it started adding, it tied most of the notes together. All of them, with every other note. So I had to delete a lot of those and start again with a lot of it. It was very difficult. And that was just as I was about to print it out to hand it to my performers. So it delayed that time by a lot. So I did not get a lot of time to actually practice, which left us scrambling and rushing, trying to get this piece perfect in time. And there were lots of late nights, early mornings. It was very hard. Especially, it was very hard for all of us. And this is the part where I really want to thank these people. I really want to thank especially Julian, and Sonia, who are two fellow 8th graders who have time-consuming projects of their own, which is why I really want to thank them for volunteering for this. Just to help out a friend, which means they're awesome people. I also want to thank Giovanni, one of our 6th graders here, who volunteered to help me as my cello, and I am so grateful for that, because he was the best out of all of my options. So, now, I get to show you, or, play for you, what all of those late nights and early mornings came out with. So, we're going to perform now. It's called Illumination. Illumination. I gotta get over here. different from writing a story. It's a project that's not done until it's performed, which is a pain in the butt. And you gotta practice all the time, which is why it's not done until it's performed. So, for my final thank yous, I would like to thank my teacher, Chris Pretorius, who oversaw pretty much every little detail, most of the beginning half. And then my viola teacher, Holly Milan, who is not here tonight actually, but most of the students know her, as she teaches at the school. And she worked with us for most of the practices when she wasn't teaching. And so, yeah, they both helped a lot, and without them, I probably couldn't have done this. So, thank you guys. Any questions?
How long did it take?
For just this song? I don't know. I'm really not sure. If you bundle it all, probably about a week. Yes?
How long did it take to learn?
To learn it, about a year and a half. So, yes.
What did you do before you did this main piece?
I wrote 4 other pieces. Yeah, I wrote about 4 other pieces, and they're all on my board back there, if you want to take a look at the end. Yes, Gabe?
Was this really fun?
Yeah. It was pretty fun. It was also time-consuming and tedious. Yes?
You said you thought writing music was like a story, but it was different. And you call this illumination. Did you have pictures running through your head when you were writing this, or was there some theme in the background?
No, not really. I mean, when I started writing it, when my teacher and I finally sat down and was like, all right, we're going to start this new piece. He's like, all right, what kind of thing do you want? I'm like, I want something nice. I want to be like, da, 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 ooh. And I just started writing it. And I went from there. Yes? Yes?
Why did you name it that?
Well, the night that I decided to name it, it was really dark outside, and I was just like kind of looking outside, and the moon was really bright, and it was shining down on my creek, and the whole creek was kind of whitish, and it looked really cool. And that word just kind of sprung to my mind. I'm like, ooh, I'm going to take that. Yeah. So I kind of stepped on it. Yes?
Who are some of your favorite composers or artists?
Well, my favorite would definitely be Tchaikovsky. But other than that, I don't really listen to classical music that much. I try, but I don't have that much opportunity to listen to music. So I would have to say Tchaikovsky was one of my favorites because I like his story.
Have you studied any theory or harmony?
Yeah, that was about the first year. Was we studied all about rhythms and trying to had to learn what all of the chords were, perfect chords, and it took me a while to actually grasp the concept of dissonant and consonant. That definitely did not click in my mind until way later. Yes.
When did you actually finish this song?
When did I actually finish it? About a month ago. Which is why we did not have much time to practice. So.
sleep on you when you
I finished writing the song about a month ago. I didn't actually complete it until next week for the spring assembly. So, which is also when it's going to be performed. But next, if there are no other questions, yes.
How often did you have to practice?
I should have practiced every day. Should have. But I didn't have much time to, so we ended up practicing about twice a week. Well, the whole group. Yeah. The whole group kind of ended up practicing about twice a week. Personally, I practiced about 3 times a week because I had to get it down, because I should know it. My teacher keeps going, "You're the composer, you have to know every single thing about this piece. You need to know everybody else's parts and how to play them all." And I kept telling her, "I don't know how to play the cello." Any other questions? Okay, well, I will be near my poster board at the end of the night if anybody has any other questions. And